So anyway, as we progressed there, I saw that we had the only game in town, and that our market really was the upper end, and we had that in the palm of our hands. We had the South American market in Venezuela. We had Puerto Rico. We had Germany. We had video salespeople in the homes of satisfied customers that would bring in friends of theirs to see these things, and we'd sell $100,000 worth of land that they'd never seen before because we were so well spoken of. And we had an office in Caracas, had 5 or 6 people there manning that office, which really, in effect, was more a travel office than a sales office, because it was a way of coddling and encouraging Venezuelan people, which are all basically adolescent. The whole group are advanced adolescents making a lot of money, and so they need a lot of care and handling, and we did that with that office down there. And we had 2 people that worked for us there that were very, very good. And so anyway, to shorten the story a bit, the coup happened because the division managers wanted to take this idea big and in effect make it a superstore. And I believe that the value lay in the custom-made homes. The product was the house, it was not the land. And the product basically was me and my story. And they missed it. They didn't know what the product was. It often happens in the business, you know, that the product is mistaken for something that it's not. And so I was the product, and the houses were an offshoot from the story and the philosophy, which was deeply integral with what I was doing, what we all were doing. And we were a company of about 125 people, including the construction people. So it was a big operation for our area. And so when the coup happened, through a misguided partner, shot himself in the foot and put the whole thing back in my lap, where we had a buy-sell agreement, which meant that when they tried to take over, they triggered that, and the buy-sell agreement set up in advance the value of the company and the value of the lots, and they couldn't pay that. They couldn't pay me what they owed me. So basically I could either shut the company down or let them go ahead and operate it with my control, my architectural control, which is what I wanted anyway. But and it was during the Reagan times. So the banks would give them any amount. We had such a good reputation, the banks would give them any amount of money. So they overborrowed, of course. They overborrowed and they couldn't pay it back. And what really sent the whole thing off was a business meeting that we held from time to time. And we were setting up budgets for various departments. We were making all this up as we went along. You know, this Harvard came and did a report on us. You know, did a whole thing of this new kind of business and what we were doing right and what we were doing wrong. They were teaching at Harvard, and So anyway, each department head handed in there what they felt they needed for a budget for the following year, and the budget was based upon projected sales. And I said, bullshit. I said, the sales, those are unrealistic sales. I said they need to be very closely aligned with what we sold in the previous years, even though they could be increased some. So they kept pressing me, and I said, well, okay. I said, if you really want to test it, then I said, we'll do that. And I said, for every month that your projection doesn't come true, you'll reduce your cost by 10%, which meant personnel. Oh, you'd have thought I'd run a thorn through their foot, which was absolutely the only way to survive.
Uh-huh.
And so anyway, that was the precipitating thing when I said, you can have your budget, you can have all the people you want to operate your department, but in order to survive, your sales have to be in line with your expenses.
Okay, the battery is about to go, and my sister-in-law is here, but I'm going to make an observation and get you to comment. So we started out with poetry, and we ended up with business. And I'm interested so that there's a side of you that's also a businessman, is it?
Indeed.
Yeah. So you have a pretty unusual set of skills. We haven't even talked about your skill as a skipper on the sailboat, but we'll talk more at the next version.
Yes, thank you.